Hey guys, it's Cloudy. How are you all? Today we're going to be talking about a topic that will be very useful to all of you guys. Whenever I tell people about anime recommendations, they always ask me where should I watch my anime. So today we're going to be looking at the 3 biggest streaming platforms online and comparing their features, their prices, their selections, and we're also going to be talking about some indie options and some free options if you're not interested in paying for a streaming service. So without further ado, let's get started. Of course, if we're talking about anime streaming services, the biggest one has to be Crunchyroll. When I was in high school, Crunchyroll was still a small service, and that was like maybe 8 to 10 years ago. But then now, Crunchyroll is probably the biggest and only streaming service that has a wide and vast, diverse collection of anime, as well as simulcast. Recently, Crunchyroll even ate up Funimation, which means they have an even bigger selection of anime for you guys now. Simulcast is really great because it means that any anime that is airing on a weekly basis, on a seasonal basis from Japan, gets simultaneously broadcasted over here and subtitled for your viewing pleasure. One of the reasons why Crunchyroll is such a great service is because they have the longevity, which means their service is really quite well supported. You don't really have to worry about running into a lot of issues or any ads. As long as you're paying, things are smooth sailing. Crunchyroll has really popular shows right now like Solo Leveling and also Free Run, and also a lot of these shows that are airing and have received a lot of praises recently. Crunchyroll also has a 3-tier service. You can start as little as $9.99 a month and you can go up to $124.99 per year, so you can find out what really works for you and what works for your budget. So in that sense, they're pretty flexible, and for a lot of people, Crunchyroll is the no-brainer to go to for anime. Now, if you are a fan of classic anime and you also want an extra selection of Western movies and shows, Hulu is a really great service to check out as well. They have shows here such as Attack on Titan, Astro Boy, Bleach, Death Note for classic anime, and then also in terms of more recent anime, they have things like My Hero Academia and also Chainsaw Man. So if it's very popular in the mainstream conversation right now, Hulu has it. Hulu's plan actually starts a little bit cheaper, around $7.99 per month, and these are Canadian prices. And they also have other programs where you can combine their Hulu service with Disney Plus or with things like sports and also ESPN. So if you have a bit more of like diverse hobbies, Hulu kind of tries to accommodate that. The third one I wanted to talk about is Netflix, which is the main one that I'm using because it has a lot of the anime that I like and also a lot of K-dramas that I'm really interested in. However, I feel like Netflix does have some inconsistent anime selections, exactly what you need, or they just don't have it at all. The ones that I really enjoyed were Violet Evergarden, Romantic Killer, My Happy Marriage, and I'm also very happy to see Nagi no Asukara on there because Nagi no Asukara is one of my favorite romance animes of all time. There are also older shows that are sort of categorized in the kids category like Pokemon, Sailor Moon, Card Captors. So if you're looking for a trip to memory lane, Netflix has some of those childhood shows. And if you have kids at home, those are also great shows for them too. In Canada, Netflix starts at $5.99, and they also have a standard version and a premium version, which goes up to $20 per month. So also a lot of flexible options. Now I want to talk about 2 more websites that I've also taken a look at. I feel like Amazon Prime Video is a really great one to consider if you're wired into the Amazon ecosystem. For example, my dad uses Amazon Prime, so he already has an account there, he has a subscription set up there. As well, there are some smaller indie platforms like HiDive where the pricing is a bit lower, but the selection is a little bit smaller. And of course, if you're an anime fan for a long time and you are always looking for anime that is free, Anime Planet is another one that tends to be really popular online, but I haven't used it personally. Now I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to choose and which streaming services might be best for you. Obviously, the biggest factor for people is going to be pricing. If you have a job or if you're unemployed or if you're a student, that's going to factor into which streaming services you want to look into. I would also take time to research what kind of shows you like. For example, I like to follow Bridgerton. I'm waiting for season 3 to come out, so I'm always on Netflix. Also, if you're basically a pure anime fan, I would say that Crunchyroll is probably the best first one because they have so much anime. If you're only ever watching anime, Crunchyroll is the one to go to. I feel like if it's not a very, very popular show, certain shows will be licensed and brought onto streaming services a bit later. If you have an account with a smaller streaming service or a more independent streaming service, if you're able to wait a bit for the completion of the show and also the popularity of the show, there are chances are that the show will be picked up by a streaming service once it's been completed in the season. For a simulcast, there are probably a lot of things like copyrights, exclusivity, and a lot of contract terms that are related to that. With that being said, it's like a testament to how amazing Crunchyroll is because I really feel like we're able to keep up with basically whatever is going on in Japan in the anime world. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick video of a rundown. I'm gonna list all of the sites that I mentioned down below, so feel free to click the ones if you're looking for a official service, or feel free to check out the ones if you're looking for a free service. I really hope this video was helpful to you guys, and if it was, leave a comment or like below. Let me know what you guys are using to watch your anime. Anyways, I will talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye! Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Honey, are you going on sales call?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like in the middle of filming.